Yo guys, if you're watching this video, probably your monthly listeners are stuck in the level that if that's been for the 1 year probably, and you are wondering how the fuck you can increase those numbers, how you can increase the presence online, and how this machinery of Spotify works. And as well as you, I was in your position as well before I was understanding all this wheel. And these last days, I just leaked the artist survival kit, which is basically the Spotify campaign strategy that major labels use to boost their campaigns and increase the presence online. I just leaked it in my social media, and also you have it here for free in the link in the description of this video. And I encourage you, man, that you just download this, because there's the step-by-step where I'm going to explain you how to run the campaign through Meta Ads with the pixel, with everything, so you track your potential fans correctly. But let's just now today go with the understanding of the Spotify why and how, because I was talking with many artists in the last days, and all of them, they have this uncertainty of how this machinery works. And just, it's not complicated, but not understanding the system makes the artist be more like in this confusion all the time, in the walking through the desert, right? So in this video, I'm gonna give you some clarity. I encourage you that you check this one, because it's gonna give you much more understanding of how the algorithm works and what is the mission of the artist in terms of creating content, and why you should create content, and what is the purpose behind of this, okay? So let's go. Let's start with this. And one of the things, first of all, my name is VP Plus. I didn't present myself. My band, it's called Cryzix. I've been building an international career over the last 18 years. And I've been struggling a lot about this, because with my band, we were signed with labels, but these labels that we were signed back then, they were labels that were rooted in the analog world. And the analog world, how it used to operate, it's like, I produce the album, and then I do the promotion in interviews, and then some tours and everything, and some magazines and radios. And basically that was it. And the label with much more channels and more infrastructure, it was the label with more power to promote an artist. But what happened when the digital game changed? The digital game changed when started social media and all the online presence that platforms like Instagram and YouTube, they boost a lot of artists without any intermediates, So that's why it literally changed the game for any business, and of course musicians is the same. And that's why a lot of bands, start keep relying on this old system. They think that they need, in terms of improve their promotion, they have to sign with the label. And this is the biggest mistake that you can do as an artist, because if you sign with the label just pretending that they're gonna cover the promotional part of your new album, that's a big mistake, because all they're gonna do is just send out your reviews. They will get you reviews, chronicles on magazines, on web magazines. But that's what I was telling to one of my bands that I was doing one of the students that I had, that we were talking about this. How many people is scrolling through these chronicle magazines and these webzines, and how many people is scrolling on social media? Compare the numbers. So if you're just putting all the money and all the investment and energy into that source of exposition, it's normal that you will not get your numbers increased. Versus if you put your imagination, work, and energy into the social media, where the people is, meanwhile they are in the toilet, meanwhile they are waiting for the bus, meanwhile whatever. So when you are doing that, you will be more likely increasing the chances to get discovered by new audiences, okay? This is the first start, okay? And then comes the Spotify, which is the booster of any artist to maximize this organic reach, organic promotion. This is the thing that has to be very important for you to understand, okay? First of all, the channels where you have to promote, and why social media is so important, because it brings organic new potential fans to your band ecosystem. But the trick here, or the magic thing here, is when you are releasing a new single and you use the Spotify infrastructure, so it exposes you to new listeners, to new attention, that then you can, if you're smart, convert it into potential fans and bring those listeners into your band ecosystem. This is the game here. The game is this one and not another one. This is a game you have to play 100% full, And the first thing that you have to understand is how we make the Spotify algorithm and infrastructure to play on your favor is using their editorial playlist, their playlists, and all these curator things that they have, and the Discovery Weekly, the Radio Mix, and all these playlists that they can boost you. But to access to these playlists, you have to give enough positive feedback to the Spotify algorithm. You have to give enough good listeners, qualified potential listeners to your new single, supposing that you are presenting a new single. You have to give enough of this feedback so the algorithm of Spotify detects that your music is worth to be promoted first in Radio Mix, which is the first 24 hours, then Discovery Weekly, which is the next, during the next week. You have this chance to go to this powerful playlist, and then you have the chances to go to more like niche editorial playlists, like, I don't know, death metal, thrash metal, or new metal, or whatever playlist. But all these things, you have to give enough positive feedback. How we give enough positive feedback? This is the thing that you have to understand. Bringing qualified listeners to your profile, not boots from Indonesia that are going to or China or whatever, or Turkey or whatever, that they are, or maybe Spain or UK. We don't care the country. We don't want to bring fake people or not qualified listeners, which means that maybe it's a normal person, but it's not a person who will like your music. You don't want to bring this kind of feedback to your profile, because these people will go to your profile and maybe skip or press play to the new single, and in the first second or the second second they will skip, and this is the bad feedback that you have to avoid. How we bring the positive feedback to your new single on Spotify? It's running a great campaign ads, how major labels do. And this is a reminder that what I'm training here in the Artist Survival Kit that I was mentioning before, you have exactly this step-by-step of how to run these strategic ads, so you bring the qualified people in front of your single. It's in the link in my bio, okay? And here, what you have to understand, it's these ads that you're gonna run. You're gonna use the Metapixel ad, who is gonna be trained to understand who is your fan avatar, who is the potential person who is gonna enjoy the most your ad, your reel that you're doing to promote your single, and who's gonna take action to go to Spotify. Your pixel is very intelligent, and he will train and track all these movements and all the different profiles. So he will understand who is the most likely profile person, fan avatar, that is likely to see your ad and say, wow, this thing is cool, I'm gonna just go to Spotify, and then it will send him to Spotify. So once you train your avatar, your Metapixel to do that, and you do the correct set of different types of ads that showcase your new single and attracts people's attention, you will, in the first month, but especially the first week, this is very important, you have to put all the eggs in the case, you have to put all the fire, all the investment, that these ads bring as much possible people to your Spotify single. So first of all, new persons, new people, new potential fans, because you're gonna track them, you're gonna target them in the countries that you want. Maybe you want them from Germany, UK, United States, or Japan, or whatever. You can have the possibility to target them. So will bring new potential fans to your music, and then this is when the relationship with these potential fans will start from there. Okay, and then all these people, if they like your music, what's going to happen? That they will dig more into the catalog that you have in your Spotify. And after that, if they like a lot of music, they will end up following you, And here's when there starts the cycle, of creating good ads, bringing new people in to your band ecosystem. But then the problem is that here is where the artist thinks that all the job is done, but now you have to do the nurturing process, because all these new people that you just met, they met you. You have to cultivate a relationship like any person in the street. If you meet somebody in the street and you say, yeah, you look like an interesting person, yeah, let's exchange contacts. But the relationship just started. Now you have to nurture that relationship, create a trust relationship with that fan, so he trusts you, and he wants to buy from you, give him reasons to buy from you, and give them reasons to not just listen to your music, but also come to see you at the show. It's not the same thing, you know? You can have a lot of listeners, but maybe those listeners are just passive listeners. But listeners that are also into your shit, into your universe, and they are very convinced that whenever they have the chance to see you near their town, they're gonna see you. That's what you're looking for, because you're looking for these people who's gonna sustain ultimately your career. This is the process, and a lot of bands do this process of yes, I work in the music, I work in the product, I market it super well, running ads, great, investing a lot of money, and then what? They disappear from organic content, they don't show up, they don't cultivate this relationship with these new listeners. So what happens with these new listeners? That yeah, they like the music, but then they float away, you know, they drift away, because life goes on, and he goes to another artist, and of course he will remember, oh yeah, I remember that song from that band, I liked it, but that's gonna be all. You will not be doing, you will not allow this link, you know, this final link that yes, this guy liked your music, but also he liked you, you know. So this is a process that the artist has to understand, and has to, on purpose, create some specific content, YouTube, Instagram, and everything, and blogs and whatever, so he allows this, you know. So all this machinery, I understand that maybe it's too overwhelming for you, but this is the machinery that a band, an artist has to master, and he has to master not in the moment that the day before he has to release the music, but in the moment he's creating the music, he has to start thinking about this machinery, you know. So that's why it takes a little bit of time and understanding, and you know, trying and failing and being discouraged. But it's not hard. It's just it's like learning a hard song, you know. It's like learning a song that it takes time, you know. You maybe play it for the first day and you will learn it super fast, but then the next day you try to play it again and you cannot play. You don't remember. But after, and it's gonna happen to you, that you have a song from your first album that you played all over times in the, you know, so many hundreds of times in the shows, that it's been like 2 years that you don't play this, and then all of a sudden you play it with your band and you know how to play it, you know. This is what you're looking for. Mastering this information is what you have to do. And I understand that this takes time. It's overwhelming sometimes, and that's why every month I like to, with my busy schedule, because right now it's pretty full with the classes and guitar classes, and also my students from Extreme Metal Business, my school that is oriented to help bands into that matter, in the music business matter. I try to also give guidance to 5 musicians every month that are also in this struggle, and they need to master this. And I try to use my experience, 18 years building this career with my band Cryzix, and all I learned after that, to guide them and give them the clarity so they can optimize the results, you know. If they have to do the release, prepare the release, how they do it, so they do the correct steps and they don't lose money, they don't lose time, energy, patience. And you know, in the end, you spend so much time and energy creating your music that you want that in the moment that you release it, at least have the best chance to be discovered by a lot of people. So I try to guide them to increase the chances that, you know, when you're releasing new album or new music, more people can listen to you and you attract more people, okay? So if you want me to do this book free session, strategic session, check my calendar if there any free spot, and let's check it out together. And I enjoy a lot working and helping bands doing that, okay? And of course, I will tell you how I work, and I will see if my training fits to you, of course. So guys, it's been a pleasure to share all this knowledge. I hope, guys, that you dig into the Artist Survival Kit. This kit, it's, man, I wish I had this kit 2 years ago, 3 years ago, not like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, of course, but man, it's so updated information that it's gonna be super helpful for you guys. So don't hesitate to just download this folder. It's in the link in the description of this video, and it can literally change the level. It can change the way how you promote yourself, and it level ups the any release, you know. So let's go for it. Download it, and also let's meet if you have a plan and you want to show me your plan, and let's discuss this, you know. And thanks for following for another episode with me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.